Alright guys, so I just wanted to make a quick video on how I went from getting my first payout to generating over six figures in payouts within the last 10 months. So here are just some recent payouts that I've gotten. Most of them, as you can see, are with TopStep. You guys can also check out my socials. I pretty much post all my payouts on there as well. Until now, we've been providing all the education for free through Discord, and here are some results from the members as well. So as you can see, they've gotten their first payouts, they're getting moved to live, and we have a whole bunch of people passing their first evals as well. And recently we made this video of one of our members getting over $20,000 in payouts as well. So if you guys haven't seen this, it's a pretty much raw interview with the member to see what changes he made and what benefits he got from joining the Discord. So now getting into the actual strategy, if you haven't gotten your first payout, this video is not really for you. I recommend you either join the Discord, the link is in the description and the bios of all my socials, or you figure out your own way, your own strategy, find a mentor and get your first payout, and then we can talk about scaling. So when it comes to passing the evals, you want to keep your risk very high. It's dead weight trading evals for 2 to 3 weeks, just trying to pass it because you're not making any money. So personally for me, I risk around $1,000 to $1,500 per trade, and I'm going for the max daily win. So most prop firms are at 50% consistency, and on a 50K count, when you have to make 3K, I'm going for $1,500 a day. And then on the same day during Asia, I will do the exact same thing and make another 1,500 to pass the account. Now you're probably wondering how you do this without blowing a lot of accounts, but the truth is I do blow a lot of accounts, and that's just an expense that comes with scaling with prop firms. For example, if you spend around $3,000 on evals, your goal is to make anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 in payouts, so that those $3,000 that you spent doesn't really mean a lot. Now, once you have passed your eval, hold on. So once you have passed your eval, when it comes to trading the funded account, I will also be heavily risked on the first setup that I take. So usually on the first trade that I take on the funded, I'm risking around $1,000 and I'm targeting a 1 to 2. So I'm dropping the risk just a bit from the evals, but not really. I'm still risking $1,000, and that gives me 2 trades before I blow the funded. Now say the first day that I trade on the funded, I risk $1,000 and I hit a 1 to 2. I will be trading another setup on the same exact day. And this is because drawdown on most prop firms, at least on all the prop firms that I trade, is end of day drawdown. So it's not intraday. I know Apex used to have intraday and I never really traded with them, but all the accounts that I trade with currently, like TopStep, Lucid, Alpha, they all have end of day drawdown. So pretty much this allows you to maximize your profits on one given day, and even if you lose that second trade, you're still up on the day, and you can just go into a fresh day. Now most trading gurus are probably going to be like, that's over trading, that's over leveraging, but we're here to maximize our returns through prop firms, make your money, and if you blow the account, you blow the account. You just have to rinse and repeat the process. So basically how this works is, once you get on a funded account, you want to wait for an A+ setup. Now this could take some days, some sessions that you have to sit through without taking a trade, but once you see that A+ setup, risk $1,000 and go for a 1 to 2, which shouldn't be that hard. Now once you are up on the day, so 1 to 2 will put you at a $2,000 balance on the funded, you want to do the same exact thing in the same day. So again, on the same day, you want to risk another $1,000 and go for a 1 to 2. Now if you win this trade, you're going to already have a $4,000 balance, which is ready for a max payout request. Now if you lose that second trade, or if you lose the first trade, lock yourself out and you're done for the day until the next time you see an A+ setup. So basically how it works is, if you lose your first trade on the account, you're going to be negative $1,000 and you still have another trade in the bank. And if you win that first trade, and you lose the second trade, you're still going to be up $1,000 on the account, And the same thing, your drawdown is only going to be affected by $1,000 now because it's end of day drawdown. So that's pretty much how it works. And then on the first day, if you can, or on that one day, if you can run it up to a $4,000 balance, that's already ready for a max payout. And the rest of the 4 remaining days, you can just scalp and get your $150 winning days to get that payout. Now, when it comes to actually scaling, here is what I would recommend. So, first, you want to buy one account with your payout money that you've already had. So, if you recall, I mentioned that this only really works, or you should probably only do this if you have gotten a payout of a decent size, at least of $2,000, $3,000. You want to buy one account at a time, and you want to run the eval system that I mentioned earlier. You should be able to pass at least one account in a single day. If you blow the account within that same day, just buy another one and do the same thing, right? You have almost $3,000 to play around with, so you want to just reinvest pretty much all of it into more accounts. Now, once you have passed that eval, be patient, wait for that A plus setup, even if it takes a couple of days. Drop your risk to $1,000 and go for a simple 1 to 2. Once you win that trade on the same day, wait for a second setup and do the same exact thing again. If you lose, lock yourself out for the day. Now, once you have that 4K balance, collect your remaining winning days, and while you're doing that, buy another eval and work on passing that at the same time. Because scalping $150 winning days is pretty easy. The hardest part is building that 4K buffer to get that max payout. So once you've already had that 4K buffer, you can kind of just keep that account. You're probably gonna have to trade for like 5 minutes a day, and you can trade a fresh eval in the meantime and try to run it up to $4,000 as well. So you want to rinse and repeat this, buy one account at a time, follow the system until you've gotten around $6,000 to $8,000 in total payouts. Now, when it comes to actually scaling and stacking more and more accounts, once you have $6,000 to $8,000 to play around with by buying one account at a time, now stop buying one account at a time and start running the system with a stack of accounts. So I would recommend starting off with buying 2 to 4 accounts at a time, copy trading them, running the eval system, either passing all of them or blowing all of them on the same day. And then when you get to the funded stage, same thing. Make sure they're copy traded and try to run the account balance up to $4,000. So this will really allow you to scale your account and really get to those big numbers. As you can see on my Instagram, I posted many times where I've been taking $6,000 payouts in one go, $10,000 payouts in one go. And that's because I just have a lot of accounts at the same time. But really, you can really only do this once you have that type of bankroll where you have $6,000 to $8,000, because that will let you buy a lot of accounts. And even if you blow through them, it's not really going to impact your psychology that much, especially if you already know you're able to generate payouts pretty consistently. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the exact system I've used. I know it might get a little bit of shade because I'm over leveraging on certain days on the eval on the first day of the funded. But this is the most effective way that I've seen that I'm able to get consistent payouts from prop firms. And obviously, don't do this if you don't have a concrete system, you don't have a good strategy. And that's why I recommend that you at least have one payout. The more the better. Like if you have like $5,000, $6,000 of in payouts already, I would at least give the system a try. It's worked out great for me. And I'm super transparent with it. Per month, I'm usually spending around $3,000 to $4,000 in evals, and I'm able to generate around, $20,000 to $25,000 in payouts. And I'm spending only $3,000 to $4,000 on evals. So you're still net really, really positive on the month. And it's just a rinse and repeat system. The more longer you can hold on to the accounts, the better. But if you can't, your main goal is just to get those payouts. Make sure you're still trading your system and not letting, small things get to you, not letting a lot of blown accounts get to you, because that's just the game that we're in with prop firm trading. Now, if you were trading a live account, never ever do this. Never risk more than 1% of your account. You want to take it very slow because you're trading live funds. With prop firms, you're paying $100 for a $50,000 account. $100 versus a $2,000 max payout is really nothing. So you want to really look at the ROI. I'm not saying that this is just cope and like just because it's an ROI game, you can blow through a shit ton of accounts. You should probably still trade them with your system very properly, but you want to maximize and trade the evals and the fundeds in the most efficient way possible. And this is one way I have found to do that. So yeah, hopefully you found this helpful. And yeah, I'll be posting more YouTube and Instagram content soon.